Good evening. My name is Felicitas Hernandez Rosales, and I am going to give a conference on language as discourse, and it is called Understanding Each Other. We are going to start with coherence and cohesion. Now, coherence has been defined by the University of Manchester in the following way, that it is the property of unit in a written text that stems from the relationship between its underlying ideas and from the logical organization and development of these ideas. All right, so what does this mean? That a paragraph will have good coherence when the ideas are arranged in a logical order, or if you want to put it this way, in chronological order in some cases. It depends on the text. Then we have cohesion. Well, a paragraph will have good cohesion if each of the sentences is clearly and logically linked to the next. So in other words, if you have good cohesion and adequate coherence, then all of these parts will be connected to make a whole in an adequate text. Now we will go on to conjunctions. Conjunctions join simple sentences. Let's say that these three chain links are two sentences and its linker, the silver ones being the sentences and the red being the conjunction, sorry. In order to remember the conjunctions, there's a word that has been invented called fanboys. All right, each of the letters represents one of the conjunctions, which are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. All right, they have different usages, being addition, they indicate opposite, they indicate cause and result, and choice. All right, so you can see here on the chart, you have a sentence plus one of the fanboys plus a sentence, okay? There are 7 in total so that you can remember them in case you ever have any doubt. Now we're going to go on to compound sentences. I have put an example here to indicate what a compound sentence looks like. And you have here an independent clause, actually 2 independent clauses, okay? It says, she painted the bathroom and he mowed the lawn. Why are they called independent clauses? Because each of these parts of the sentence can stand alone. If you say she painted the bathroom and if you say he mowed the lawn, they each are understandable. These are independent clauses, and they are joined by a coordinating conjunction called and. Now we're going to go on to complex sentences. Okay, how do these work? Well, these sentences have one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. Remember what we said about independent clauses? Okay, well, they stand alone, and a dependent clause will not. Okay. Here I have another example. When you finish your classwork, bring it over so I can sign it. I have marked the different parts in different colors, when being the subordinating conjunction of cause and consequence. The red part is the dependent clause. If you say you finish your classwork, no one will understand you. But if you say bring it over so I can sign it, it is more understandable. It depends on the context. So that is the dependent clause. Remember that if there is a marker in a complex sentence that appears at the beginning, you must add a comma in the middle. But if the marker is in the middle, don't add the comma. You have here, for example, she must pay her hotel if she wants to come with us. Okay, it's in the middle, therefore there is no comma. But if you say if she wants to come with us, after us you have a comma. Tell her she must pay her hotel. Now we're going to go on to subordinating conjunctions. You have a list to the left. Okay, if you look at it, you have a list here, and they are used to indicate addition, comparison, contrast, time, result, summary, example, and place. We also have a list of linkers, and these are used to show location, to compare and contrast, to show time, to clarify, and to add information. Now we're going to work really quickly on cohesive devices, and I am going to be talking about substitution, reference, ellipsis, conjunction, and lexical cohesion. So let's start with substitution. What is substitution? It is when you substitute a word. Let's say you have this word, and then to avoid repetition during the rest of the text, you use other words to refer to it. Okay? Do you want these gumdrops? Yeah, give me several. Which ones do you like best, red or green? Oh, all are nice, thanks. Okay, so we have the parts marked in red, the ones that have been substituted. The first one was gumdrops, and then after that we refer to them as several. We have substituted gumdrops for ones, and we have substituted all for um, the same objective. Now we will go on to ellipsis. Ellipsis happens when we leave certain words out that would make a normal sentence. However, we are fully understood by others when we say these phrases. Okay? They grasp the message. For example, ready, coming, wait up for me. Now we're going to talk on reference. Okay, this is when certain words lack meaning of their own, but we only use subject pronouns. We use them to refer to certain nouns in a text. For example, if you say, Jack and I gave Layla a ride home, we refers to Jack and I, and Layla is represented by her. Okay, then the students ate tacos at that stand. They are represented by the word they. Now we are going to talk on conjunction. Okay, these are words that are used to join two or more words. Example given would be, you could say prepare your final project, upload it on time, but it doesn't sound, it's correct, but you normally don't speak like that. You would sound better if you say, prepare your final project and upload it on time. And it is even more polite to say, please prepare your final project and upload it on time. Okay, but if you notice, the word and joins the ideas together. This is a conjunction. Now we're going to go on to lexical cohesion. This is used to provide unity in a text through the way in which lexical items refer to each other, depending on their collocation, or to avoid repetition. How does that work? Well, I have here some more examples. And I have the word canine, which is a police dog, okay? And so I use the canine was trained in 6 months. This police dog was the one who caught the dealers. Both of them have the same collocation. It's just that I just changed them to a close synonym, okay? But if I say that mutt was the youngest of the litter, but the healthiest, and it was this dog that lived almost 19 years. Okay, a dog can be a mutt, a German Shepherd can be a dog. So I just used the word mutt and dog in this sentence, and they both refer to each other. Now I am going to go on to discourse analysis. And what does this mean? Well, discourse analysis, we're going to cover different ones, okay? Different parts. Intentionality. What is intentionality? Well, it is the intention that you're writing the text for. Okay, for example, you can write it to persuade, to inform, to describe, to convince, or to argue. It just depends on your objective. Now, there are different kinds of narratives and different kinds of text. Okay, you have, in this case, a narrative could be a story, a novel, a novella, folk tales, drama, a vignette, epic poetry, plays. There are many kinds. Now, what is acceptability? Well, it's when a product is satisfactory and the reader accepts it. That's what acceptability is. All right, it may be they have adequate words according to the context. Maybe the information is more on investigation. It has also been accepted. Okay, it's factual. And intertextuality refers to the situation in which you take from different sources information on a certain topic, and then you arrive at your conclusion and you create your own text. That could be intertextuality. Now, what is situationality? Situationality, sorry. Well, situationality focuses on the situation in which the text is produced because this plays a very important role in how the message is going to get across. And then last but not least, we have informativity. And for this to exist, there has to be a balance in the text presented. If there is too much new information, it will probably not be as attractive to the reader. But if there is too little, it will also prove uninteresting. They won't prove a challenge for the reader. Okay? And the context must also be taken into account. We have to do that too. It's not the same, to have information offered on a romantic date or at the gym, okay, which has lower informativity than the one offered at an art presentation, for example. Now, conversational analysis. Well, I have to close my recording, but we will talk on this another day. Thank you very much.